A young woman passing by a Parisian cafe spotted Pablo Picasso and approached him, promising to pay a reasonable price if he would draw her.
Picasso smiled vaguely, completed the sketch, and then handed her the painting, asking for 500,000 francs. When the startled woman protested, Picasso said, "It took me 40 years to get this far," and silenced her.
After Picasso became famous, a benefactor who had once helped him went bankrupt and became homeless. It is said that he went to visit him and drew a picture on a piece of cardboard he had found lying on the street and gave it to him, saying,
"You can buy a house with this. If you only look at these side stories." You might think Picasso was a humorous and humane painter, but he was actually a smart bastard.
He gaslighted countless young girls, toyed with them to his heart's content, and then threw them away like old shoes. Abandoned by Picasso, 2 of the women committed suicide,
And 2 others became mentally ill. Marc Chagall, who was a devoted husband, could not even pick up a paintbrush for 9 months after losing his wife, Bella. Claude Monet also lost his beloved wife and devoted himself to creative work to overcome his grief. Monet even painted his wife's death scene in his paintings, expressing his regret for their final farewell.
There is no Western proverb that says you should not abandon your wife, but there were artists who cherished their wives, who had been with them through difficult times.
Picasso, a representative Cubist painter and sculptor of the 20th century, was undoubtedly a genius of the century. However, if Picasso had been born in Korea or Japan, he would have been beaten to death by angry neighbors.
At first glance, his words do not hang Guernica in Spain until Spain becomes a democracy. May sound like the will of a democracy activist, but Picasso was a communist. But his path was a notorious Casanova, let alone a clean communist. Still, it is true that he took an anti-militarist line. His masterpiece is Guernica, the corpse pit, and massacre in Korea prove this.
Picasso seems to be trying to say the purpose of a painting is not to draw beautifully, but to pioneer new concepts in jars.